14 just moments ago. But a 10-2 run, it's down to 10.
You're right. It doesn't take long when that happens. And again, the intensity on defense has not been there for the Railers. And they've scored on at least, if not every possession, maybe just we've given up or stopped them at least one time or at one time in the third quarter. So the Railer defense has not moved. You talked about earlier in the first half where we were just putting pressure all over the place, forced them into, I think, 12 turnovers in the first half. And they've had their way on the offensive end so far here in the third quarter.
Thanks go out to Lincoln IGA and Lincoln College for their sponsorship of Railer basketball. 3:20 to go in the third. Isaiah bounces it into Grunder. Grunder back out to Isaiah, now right side to Sloan. Now foul's going to be whistled out high. That'll go against Sandifer. Their second team foul, first on Sandifer. Only their fourth foul for the entire contest.
Yeah, they've either played really good defense or really soft defense, and the Railers have gotten some easy baskets on the drive and kick. But the Railers need a couple baskets here, and it's on the defensive end where we've been really struggling so far.
Down to Jermaine on the baseline. Tried to get it back out. The pass is tipped away. Stolen by Effingham. 1-on-2. Count the basket after a foul by Tate Sloan. And Tate's looking at the official. I was not sure what the call was, but Josh, you've seen it a number of times. Anytime you reach across a shooter going up for a layup, hit him or not, you got a pretty good chance of picking up the foul, so count the basket.
Right now, Effingham with a huge momentum burst here. As you said, what, a 10-2 run, now a 12-2 run.
Sandifer misses to make it 40-32. Railers had a big lead on Mattoon on Tuesday. They cut it to 8. Same thing here, 2:45 to go in the third. Effingham has cut it to 8, and then that's when the Railers took off. We need that again.
You're right.
Grunder on the right side. Now to Cannon, into Bacon, over to Isaiah. Cannon over to Bowers on the left side, 2.5 to go. Grunder's going to drive in, skips it over in the corner to Isaiah, rises up for 3, in and out, rebound to Effingham. The Flaming Hearts can draw even closer behind the back. Sandiford goes in, and an offensive foul is going to be whistled. Drew Bacon stepping in, taking the charge. Something we've missed the first 7 nights of the season.
Coach was perfect on that call. He said, we won't take a charge until Drew gets in, and it didn't take him very long. One game into the contest, and Drew takes the charge. Right now, the Railers got to use that size. We got 6'5" and 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", whatever Jermaine is underneath. We got to take advantage of this.
Lob play to Jermaine for the alley-oop dunk from Grunder.
Yeah, Nate, if we can go to that play every time would help. Travel.
And now a turnover by Effingham as the Railers up 10, and now we'll get the ball back with 1:55 to go. Grunder out, Dewberry in. On the floor for the Railers, we've got Hamlin, Bacon, Dewberry, Cannon, and Bowers. Lincoln with a 10-point advantage. Into Isaiah, bounces it down to Drew off the glass and goes.
There again, we got to get that middle, get the ball in the middle, and a good guy to get the ball to the middle, in the middle is Bowers, because he can score from there, and he can also find the open guy, and that time Bacon was open.
Minute and a half to go. Railers have stretched it back to 12 at 44-32 here in the third. Wolf back into a double team, tipped away by Dewberry and Bacon. Jermaine comes away with it, now to Bacon. Pass will slow it up, now they'll push it across the timeline to Bowers. Isaiah's picked up his dribble, skips it over. Nice catch by Bacon, lobs over to Cannon. Passes like that's going to give Coach gray hair. Minute to go. Cannon over to Bowers. Isaiah for a long 3. There it is.
Yeah. And he looked good on the one before that he shot and missed over there in front of the student section. It was in and out, and that time Bowers at the bottom.
47-32. Isaiah now with 18. In. Dewberry and Bowers trying to steal it. Flips it over to Hull. Hull missed it. Rebound try by Dewberry, and Isaac fights everybody off for it.
Yeah, good job by Isaac staying with it.
Down to 20 seconds to go. 47-32. What a game of runs this has been. One point the Railers had it. And that, as we're down to 10 seconds to go, Dewberry back to Cannon. Work it over to Isaac. His three on the way. In and out. Wolf will get it and throw it up from half court. End of three. Lincoln 47. Effingham 32. Back for the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Rayleigh Basketball. Thanks go out to the Carpet House, Rick Ham, State Farm Insurance, and 5th Street Food Mart for their sponsorship of Rayleigh Basketball as we head to the fourth quarter. Railers on top, 47-32. Dewberry at the high post. Back over to Sloan. Holiday on the baseline, back out now to Bowers. Bacon into Holiday, back now to Isaiah. Railers have Effingham spread out pretty well.
Yeah, you're right. And, you don't see a lot, but Bacon out on the perimeter on this zone offense. The Railers are running 6'5", guy that can see over the top of most guards. And I think you saw that when he was able to find Jermaine in the first half in the post.
And you can't leave Drew alone out there.
No, he's shown, not necessarily tonight, but last year where he can make that shot. And I think he's more comfortable out there.
Railers running some clock here as we're almost a minute gone in the fourth quarter. Isaiah's going to decide to take a three. Front of the rim, no. Holiday tried to grab the rebound, but it's Sandifer for Effingham. Hull back out to Wolf. Wolf, the little floater in the lane, is up and good. Wolf now with 19. Leading scorer in the contest. Isaiah leads the way for the Railers with 18. He's gone over the 1,000-point mark in his career. Sloan to Isaac. Now over to Bacon, back out to Bowers. Bacon, right side, three on the way. Shot it up long. Holiday, the rebound. Fouled and go to the line for two.
Yeah, nice rebound by Holiday that time, and that's not an easy rebound. He was on the back side of the shot on the opposite side where Bacon shot it and airballed it, and that airball is a tough rebound because you're always expecting it to hit the rim, and that time it fell right into Colton's hands.
Holiday, the first free throw is off, no good. One of the sponsors of Rayleigh Basketball this year, Lincoln Heating and Cooling. We thank them for their sponsorship. Colton with 2 on the evening, came in averaging a little over 4 points a contest. That free throw gets the bounce. 48-34, Railers up 14. Effingham still hasn't got across the timeline yet. Now they finally do. Into a sea of Railers. Sandifer trying to keep it away, and he does. Over to Smith all alone on the left side of the lane, who lays it up and in. 48-36, 6 minutes to go. Still not out of the woods yet.
No, there's a lot of time. 6 minutes to go, and they've shown a little bit that they can shoot the three, and they're willing to shoot it.
Inside, tipped away into the hands of Effingham. Basket here cuts it to 10 along when they're inside single digits again. Got to believe they're going to work it around to Wolf. There he is down low against Holiday. Spins, throws it up. No good. Ball loose, picked up by Bacon. Bowers at the top of the key in the lane. Free throw line, kicks out. Dewberry right side, three, back to the rim, no good. Bacon tipped it out. Saved it to a teammate over to Dewberry. Now to Isaiah. Isaiah past his defender. Little floater from 10, in and out. No. Dewberry comes flying in out of nowhere with the rebound. So the Railers will keep it. Isaiah from 18. This one's good.
Credit Dewberry, too, of flying in there out of nowhere and coming up with that big offensive rebound. And to give the Railers a couple chances here. And they're able to find Bowers at the point where he's really comfortable. About 15 feet, 16 feet again.
50-36. Isaiah now with 20. Sandifer over to Hull. Dump it inside to Wolf, and Drew's going to get whistled for the foul as he tried to keep it away from Wolf on the low block. Third on the Railers. First foul on Drew Bacon. And the biggest play in this game may have been when Effingham was down 8 They got the turnover, came back down, had an easy layup. Drew stepped in and took the charge, and from there, the Railer momentum kind of turned back around.
Yeah, you're right. And but it has not stopped them really from going in. They've done a good job of coming through, and then the Railers have just given up some easy baskets. You know, some baskets that you know, if they just give up baskets or baskets that you know, we're up 15, we're up 14, doesn't matter, that kind of thing. And good defensive teams, when they set a goal, either in the season or before the season starts, or how many points they want to give up, they remember that when the game goes on, and not to give up easy hoops.
4:40 to go in the contest. Lincoln 50, Effingham 36. Wolf's going to drive the baseline. Little floater over Germain, up and good. 50-38, back to 12. I think Wolf's game would be categorized as smooth.
Yeah.
As Isaiah turns from about 10 and hits again.
He's pretty smooth from that area too. Bowers again from 15, turn and catch, and he is a tough guy to deal with when you play a zone against us, and Coach Al can find him open at the free throw line.
Isaiah's going to be whistled for the foul, I think. Isaiah was trying to reach in for the held ball. Second on Bowers. Fourth on the team, make it the fifth now. Sloan out, Grunder back in. So you've got Cannon, Bowers, Grunder, Hamlin, and Dewberry. 52-38, halfway through the fourth. Oh, Smith, almost a steal, is a steal. Isaiah flips ahead to Titus, one-on-one for the layup, good. Titus the steal. Titus now in double figures with 10.
Boy, when they want to turn it on, they really can. When you've got Grunder again, Cannon, Bowers up there and turn up the pressure and be physical, they can really do it and cause some trouble.
10-second call as Effingham can't get it across the timeline, and just a quick glimpse. What is that? About 19 turnovers now.
Yeah, we're looking at 16 or 17 here. 17 turnovers right now for. And they've done a pretty good job in the second half. I remember right, I think they had 12 or 13 to start the third quarter, so they've done a better job, and basically that's led to points.
3:18 to go. Lob play inside to Germain. Germain off the glass, a little too hard. No, gets his own rebound. Had it knocked away by Marksman. Sandifer tried to go behind the back, but is tipped away by Cannon. Ball loose on the floor. Dewberry and Smith are down there fighting for it, and that'll force the tie-up and keep it with Effingham. Sloan in, Dewberry out. So real quick, what would you say is our best five defensively?
Well, it's hard because you want Sloan out there because of the quickness and kind of the little peskiness that he brings. But again, Cannon, Bowers, and Grunder are so good up there because they've got speed and strength that it's hard to put up there. But I think you got Isaiah probably at a back and Titus and Grunder and Sloan up at the top, and I think Drew will be that point when you need to add a little size. He does a good job of taking charges. Right now our backs are not good at the baseline. We give up the baseline a lot. This team does. So it's somebody that we can find to give up the baseline or that doesn't give up the baseline, I guess.
Wolf missed earlier, then came down and hit a three to make it 54-41. Isaiah missed into lane, and now Effingham will have the basketball. 2:22 to go, 54-41. Even though it's only a 13-point lead, it just feels like it's more.
It does, and the Railers kind of look like it's more. There's some times where we just haven't gone after some of the rebounds or some of the balls, some of the loose balls. And it's been that lackluster, just effort at some points in the game. And when we want to turn it on, we've went on 8-10-0 runs. And it's those times where we aren't is when we let Effingham back into it.
Germain out, Drew Bacon back in. 2:15 to go. Effingham starting to run shy on time here. Sandifer back out to Hull, top of the key, back to Wolf. He can hit that shot on the way. Back of the rim, no. Grunder with a strong rebound and clears for the Railers. Over now to Bowers on the near sideline. Isaiah looking to go down the lane. Pull up 14 is good.
Yeah, that's a tough and nice shot there, too. Bowers got right into the middle lane. He's going full speed, and his full speed is normally quicker than most people's full speed, so he was able to stop on a dime and put it in.
Wolf off the glass, that's no good. Ball loose. There's Bowers again. His last basket gave him 24. Can he get another one down the lane? Contact, and he'll go to the line, and Isaiah will be shooting 2.
And that's Isaiah just going. You know, he got the rebound.
Made up his mind.
Yeah, and he's weaving through and going through, and if you didn't have a couple guys around the rim on the other end, he was going to go by you and go to the basket regardless.
Isaiah's free throw on the way, no good. Well, the last 3 for Isaiah have been 25, 24, and he sits at 24 right now. Free throw, that one good. 1 of 2 makes it 57-41. Minute and a half left in the contest. Skip it across to Hagler. Railer basketball this year brought to you by Headlines Salon LLC. And a foul is going to be whistled out down on the baseline on Grunder, trying to keep Wolf in check. It's also brought to you by Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois. And Wolf will go to the line shooting 1 and bonus. He has 24.
Nice player, just a junior. You can tell we had heard about him before because he can really score the basketball. Doesn't have a lot of help.
No,
but he can really he can score.
And that's even, I think that's even a little bit more impressive when he doesn't have the help, and you know he's the guy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Got them both. 57-43. Wolf now with 26. This one looking like it's going in the win column for the Railers, up 14 as we tick down to 1 minute left in this contest. Bacon now over to Cannon. Minute to go. Backdoor. Isaiah lets the defender go by off the glass, and it is good. Isaiah with 27. His career high is 30. He did that against Lanphier. Stolen by Tate. Tate with 37 seconds to go with the layup on the left side.
Well, it makes it look a little better, but I think the coach is going to go back to the drawing board a little bit more.
Another steal. Titus, another 2. $63-43. It's happening so quick we don't really have time to give you the score. I think they scored 6 points in about 12 seconds. 14 seconds left in this one, though, and the Railers are up 63-43, and Grunder will be shooting bonus. Checking in for Effingham, a couple subs in Cameron Kalber and Clayton Cramsey. Big night for Isaiah, 27.
Nice to see Drew back. You know, I think that brings a little confidence to this team, a little, they just looked more fluid, I guess, a little bit in the offense, and that helps, I think, when you add a senior that's with the experience that Drew has.
Grunder missed the free throw. Tate Sloan tracked down the rebound. Tie-up was forced, so alternating possession will keep it with the Railers. And got to believe there's no shots coming here as the Railers are going to pick up a win by 20 by a final score of 63-43. Railers improved to 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in conference play. Effingham drops to 4-3. They're now 1-1 in Apollo Conference action. Railers win 63-43. We'll be back with the Josh Komnick Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center postgame show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Back on the post-game show, joined now by Lincoln coach Neil Alexander. Coach, congratulations on the win. 63-43. It looks good as a 20-point win. There were a few runs by the Railers, a 21-4 run early, ended the game on a 13-5 run, but Effingham made a 12-2 run there late to cut it to 8, and a play that may not show up in the scorebook that may have been one of the key plays was they had cut it to 8. They got a turnover, and they were headed down, and Drew Bacon, in his first action of the season, stepped in and did something we haven't seen many Railers do all year, was take a charge, and the momentum really seemed to swing back Lincoln's way after that.
I think that was maybe the second charge in our 8th game that we've had. I can't remember who had the one before, but that's a momentum stopper, those taking a charge, and that's one of the things we need from Drew, because Drew does it very well. He's not afraid to step in there and take care of it, and with that being his first game, I thought he done very, very well. He kind of ignited us in spots, and you know, when you get your first game and you're anxious to go, you know, he gets kind of wore out a little bit quicker and everything, but you know, it's good to have him back and him adding to what we have and everything. So you know, we want to continue to get better. You know, Landon Wolf was a very good player, but we got to be more focused and talk and know where he's at, because if you are guessing at who you're approaching and not knowing who you're approaching, he's going to burn you, and he burned us quite a bit tonight. But he's got a nice shot from the perimeter. He can get to the basket. He does a lot of good things, and you know, we've got to be able to contain a player and not let them score. I don't know what he had, 25, 26, 27.
Yep.
But we can't let a player get that many points. So, and it all stems from talking on defense and knowing where he's at. And you know, our guys didn't do that very well tonight. So, you know, we'll have to spend a lot of time on verbal communications. So,
well, Coach, we talked about it's even more impressive just with he doesn't have a whole lot of help around him, and he was really good as far as getting to the baseline. I don't know that we shut the baseline off against him. Maybe one time I think Jermaine stopped the baseline over here, and I actually saw Noah Funk stand up and clap that we did shut off the baseline once. So after that, it was not a lot of them, and that's probably an area of concern with your defense and with some of the guys that you can put down there that you know, obviously when they get the baseline, it's almost 2 points every time. Yeah,
and you know, he can pull up. He's got a great short game. You know, he can shoot the three. He can beat you to the basket. He can get to the free throw. He can score in a lot of different ways. So we're, you know, there's some things we can do to help with that. Instead of trying to trap him, we got to drop a guard back in there and basically double teaming on his drives. But you still got to get out and deny him the shot. So you're forcing him to put the ball down, but you've got to put him in a situation that he's going to penetrate where you want him to, not where he wants to go.
Well, and it looked like a difference of two halves as far as defensive effort. I thought that the intensity was really good. We caused, I think, 13 turnovers, 12 or 13 turnovers in the first half. They ended with 21, but we had about 4 of them there late in the game when they had some subs in and stuff like that. So the intensity, I thought, was a little bit different between the first and the second half. Is that something that concerns you at this point in the season?
Well, you know, what bothers me is we get a lead and we can't put anybody away. You know, they get back to within 8, and it's a ball game. You know, you make one bad play, and
you saw that in Mattoon Tuesday night as well.
Yeah, you know, they got back to within, you know, in single digits, and you know, with single digits with 2 minutes to go, that's not a deficit that you play with. So. You know, it does concern me that we can't put people away and everything, and we don't understand clock very well. You know, when does it become playing the clock instead of your opponent? You know, you got to be able to know when to get the time off the clock and work the basketball and come up with something that's you know, really good. So, you know, we got a lot to do, a lot of work to do, but you know, it wasn't a bad effort. I thought they played hard. Those are mistakes that we can correct, and you know, but you know, we'd like to be here getting towards Christmas. We'd like to be starting to get pretty settled in on what we're doing, where we're not making the silly mistakes.
Coach, one of the things that we've noticed throughout the year, and I don't know if it's just a product, you talked about it against after Mattoon, you said the three-point shot may not be what this team is like. It's more of that mid-range. Tonight, even especially with Drew being back out there, this team seems very comfortable interior passing and finding the open teammate with just that one or two extra pass.
Yeah, we're really good shooters right in the free throw line area. Right in that area. We've got 4 or 5 guys that are very good there, and you have to be able to get there and then be able to kick it out, because we're better shooters at the 3 when we're stepping into the 3, and going inside out really makes that a much better shot for us. So hopefully our percentages will increase. In one area we have to increase, and I don't know what to do, is free throw shooting. We're going to lose some games, and some big games, if we're not become better free throw shooters and have confidence stepping up there to be able to make those free throws.
Coach, real quick before we let you go and bring on Isaiah, who passed the 1,000-point club here before tonight, so we'll talk to him. He's been on. That's
how important, I even look at it. It's a great honor to do that, and here to do that, but that's something that we don't even talk about. We're more concerned about the team, and I didn't even know, he didn't even show any interest in it, and I don't even know if he knew he was that close, but congratulations to him, and
he's been on a good roll here the last couple games,
and I think his percentage is going up because of it, and he's starting to take better shots, and when you don't shoot a good percentage, it's usually because you're taking bad shots, and we still got room to improve in that area, but we are getting better.
All right, Coach, and real quick, I did the math up through this evening. Free throw percentage is at 59% for the team.
Yeah, and we're used to shooting in the 70s, upper 70s, and again, you win a lot of games that way. You put a lot of people away at the free throw line where people step up there and knock them down, and we've got to do a better job of the free throw line.
Coach, real quick before we let you go, a week from tonight down in Mount Zion. We've had some battles with Mount Zion in the past, and now it's a conference game.
Yeah, and they're very well coached. They got a great offensive player, just like Landon Wolf. They got Jonas Smith that I think when he was either a freshman or sophomore, he won the three-point shootout country companies. He was the king of the hill. And he can just really, he's a better perimeter shooter. Now, whether he can take it to the basket like Landon, I don't know. But
if they see the film, he's going to do it real quick.
And we got to do a better job of setting on the basket and having our butt to the basket, and making sure that they don't get direct drives. And but yeah, he's good, and I don't know what they did tonight.
Up 35-10 at half.
They played Mattoon, so. They're 35-10. You want to compare scores, we're in trouble.
Yeah. All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Enjoy this one, and we'll see you on the road a week from tonight down to Mount Zion when the Railers travel down to take them on and see if we can get win number 7. And, of course, one thing Railer fans will want to be listening for is Sunday we anticipate the seeds being out for Collinsville, and hopefully this game put some interest in some folks' mind as to where the Railers can be in that seeding.
Yeah, you want to try to be in the top 4. The higher you are, the better you get, the better draws you get. So hopefully, we let them, the Danville game, they're a 4A ranked up there, but, Muhammad, that game getting away from us is really hurting us right now. And, every game that we let slip away when it comes down to the regional seeding will really hurt us.
All right, Coach, congratulations tonight, and we'll see you next Friday.
Okay, thank you.
Railers get the win here tonight, 63-43. Improved to 6-2 on the season, 3-1 in the conference. And a little special guest here on the post game, joined by senior Isaiah Bowers. Isaiah, thanks for coming up. Congratulations on tonight.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
27 points tonight, but for those of us like me who are numbers geeks, congratulations on passing the 1,000-point mark.
Thank you.
20th player in Railer history to do that. And, as Coach was talking about, those numbers and everything don't seem to make that much of a difference. The only number that matters is you add 1 in the win column, and you guys did a good job tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
What has it been the past 3 games? Because I know it kind of got off to that slow start. You had those tough games against Mahomet and Danville, then started rolling again. Last 3 games you've been 25, 24, 27, and it doesn't seem like you've been forcing the action. Everything's been coming to you, and Josh has even commented on the fact that your game has really gotten a lot better in the lane.
Definitely our team just, every day in practice we just kind of work hard trying to find each other's shots, and we've really started to clicking now. As you said, it doesn't really matter about the stats, about getting that win. That's basically all that matters to us. So if it's Titus taking the shots, if it's Ben, Drew, anybody taking the shots, we like that. If it's a good shot for them, it's a good shot for our team, then that's what we want them doing. So just practicing every day, just repping the shots and everything and making them in the games, it makes it easy when you have good teammates like that.
Now, Josh will tell me that all your success now is because of your coaching when you were at Chester East.
At least 90%.
So, Josh, where have you seen Isaiah improve more from when you had him at CEL? I mean, obviously playing varsity makes a difference and all that experience, but where have you seen the biggest difference in Isaiah's game?
I think his consistency and his shot has been better. He's really good around the 15. He was so much bigger and stronger and faster than everybody in junior high. He could get to the basket and score 20 layups if he wanted to every night because we put him on the point of the press and he'd just go like mad fire. This year he's under control, I think, a lot more with his dribble. He's spotted up, he's pulling up, and we've talked about his 15-foot range has been really, really good. So, you know, everybody grows and everybody adjusts, but his game around, under control, he's been so fast his whole life, and he's just kind of, now that it's kind of slowed down, I think, a little bit for him this year. We saw him where he would get a little out of control last year, and even a little bit in the first couple games of taking some inappropriate shots, I think, when Coach was talking about a little bit. But I think as a floor leader, you look to try and do a little bit more than sometimes you really think you have to. And I think he's got a really good team of supporting cast behind him, and he's starting to figure that out a little bit more. And obviously when you get Drew coming back now, these guys seem like they look a little more comfortable.
Isaiah, now the team at 6-2, 3-1 in conference play. You've got a couple more games before Collinsville. Where do you think, as Josh talked about being one of the team leaders, where do you see where this team maybe has a couple areas where you're doing well, but you can still maybe do a little bit better?
I mean, like Coach says, you can always do a little bit better everywhere. Right. So we just every day we come prepared for practice, we come focused for practice. We know that at the end of the year where we want to be, and we know that if we don't come out every day and compete at a high level at practice, then we're not going to be able to reach those goals. So every day we take one game at a time, just like Coach tells us, and just at the end of the day try to win as many games as we can.
Very good. Well, thanks for joining us, Isaiah. Again, congratulations on the 1,000. Thanks for coming up, and we'll see you Friday down in Mount Zion as well.
All right, see you there.
Railers get the win tonight, 63-43. We'll wrap things up here in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.